Let's take a look at Milwaukee and the New Orleans Pelicans. Of course, Anthony Davis, such a strong player. Odds makers on the win totals for this season have these teams. Milwaukee, of course, they lost Chris Middleton. We'll talk about that. 39.5. And for the New Orleans Pelicans, 36.5. I'm going to go over with Milwaukee, but I'm going to go under with New Orleans. Let's start breaking these two teams down. First, let's talk about the Bucks at 39.5. Yeah, they lost Middleton, but I kind of like the makeup of this team, and I have a lot of respect for Jason Kidd. Last season, Milwaukee, they won just 33 games. They struggled in the latter part of the season, going 8-14 in the final 2 months. Now they've lost Middleton for probably the season. But you look at kind of the guys they got going on in this cast of players, and they got some athletes. They're long. They're decently deep, not tremendously, but I think enough to where they can get to 40 wins and perhaps sneak into the playoffs. But you got Giannis Antetokounmpo. Not an easy name to say, but Giannis is going to be absolutely fantastic this year. I think Jabari Parker's going to have a nice year. Greg Monroe, very good offensive player. If they can get him to play some defense, he'll be tough. And they just traded Michael Carter-Williams the other day for Tony Snell. I don't know how that's going to work out. I think Snell might be a touch better offensively. Well, Carter-Williams, he definitely struggled with the Bucks, so getting him out of there and switching him for Snell, I think Michael Carter-Williams has some talent, so maybe going to Chicago will be better for him. But Tony Snell, pretty decent player in his own right, so and he wasn't going to get any minutes with that Chicago team, so looks like he's going to be able to get in there and get some minutes with this Milwaukee team. I just think they got it. I think they have enough to get over 39.5. They got some exciting young talent, and I think they're going to get there. So if they can get some things settled on the defensive end, they could be, pretty surprising, and it's kind of tough to win in Milwaukee. All right, let's talk about New Orleans. The Pelicans, Anthony Davis, and more of Anthony Davis. They lost Drew Holiday and Tyreek Evans here at the beginning of the season. I don't know how long they're going to be out. But last year, New Orleans, they won just 30 basketball games, and they ranked one of the worst defensive teams in the league. And, I wasn't a huge fan of Monty Williams, but I didn't think he was horrible considering the talent he had, to go with. And now they bring in Alvin Gentry with the same mindset of just pushing tempo, pushing pace. But they don't have any three-point shooters. They lost Ryan Anderson. They lost Eric Gordon. Holiday's out. They don't really have anybody to, they have nobody on the outside as a threat. Of course, Anthony Davis is one of the best players in the league, but for what they want to run, and now with a Tyreek Evans out, who could also shoot the three a bit, I think they're going to struggle quite a bit at the beginning of the year, and that's going to hurt them to try and get over this 36.5. So I don't think they're going to get there. I don't know about Alvin Gentry. I respect him for his, how he wants to play the game of basketball, but defensively, his teams always seem to lax. And you got to play defense to win championships, and everybody knows that. So it's going to be tough for them to get to, to 40 wins. I don't think they're going to get over 36.5. So there's my two NBA win totals for these two franchises. I'm going to take a shot here with Milwaukee going over, even with the injury of Middleton. I think the injuries to Evans and Holiday are going to affect the Pelicans even more than people anticipate with them under the 36.5. Those are two of my NBA win total picks, and I wish you luck on your picks today.